Time will bring the real end about you out. One day there'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you.
Okay, yeah. Hey y'all, welcome to my labor and delivery story time plus C-section story time because I want to get that out for y'all too at the same time. So basically, I'm gonna tell y'all my story about my labor delivery and then my C-section of everything and how everything went down. There will be clips on here as well, so y'all get to see everything that I'm talking about and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn notification on, hit that bell, and follow my social medias. And you know what it is and what it ain't. I was 27 weeks and 6 months with my son. And that was a nightmare because okay, so let's go ahead and get to the story so y'all can know what's going on and what went down and what happened. Okay, so y'all, so I decided to take a shower. I decided to take a shower that day, and when I got in the shower, I had to get him back out because I had to use the bathroom, and it felt like I had to do number two, and that's exactly what it felt like. Like, y'all don't even understand. If you had a baby, you would know what it feels like when the baby's trying to come out and you have to poop, but it's really the baby trying to come out, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I sat down on the toilet. I was trying to shit. And some reason contractions, I felt contractions. Um, it was just coming back. It was coming back to back, but it was coming slowly. It wasn't coming like fast, or it wasn't coming like hard or anything like that. So yeah, that's when that happened. So I called my stepsister. I said stepsister, my bad. I called my sister-in-law and I asked her, I was like, am I having contractions? Like, are these contractions? Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't know. This is my first time being a mom, so I don't know what to expect when it comes to contractions and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm feeling contractions and I feel like I gotta poop. And she was like, nah, those aren't contractions. Those are Braxton Hicks. I guess Braxton Hicks are like fake contractions. I guess it like warns you. I don't know, something like that. But I did my research and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, they're Braxton Hicks. They're not contractions. They're not real. So I just sat there in the toilet. I kept on trying to use the bathroom. I couldn't use it, so I just got up, got in the shower, and that's when hell broke loose. That's when hell broke motherfucking loose, y'all. So that's when the contractions was going faster and faster, and it was hurting even more. So it was coming faster. It was feeling very painful, and I felt them motherfuckers like. Mm-mm. So I just decided to get out the shower, and once I got the shower, I sat down on the bed. And my man was telling me, it was like, do you need to go to the hospital? Do we need to call the hospital? Do we need to call the ambulance to come get you? And I was just like, no, they're not like real contractions, Braxton hits. That's what my sister said. So I would just went with her word. And then it was getting worse. And I couldn't take it no more. So I was like getting to the point where like I was finna start yelling type shit. Like the baby was finna come type shit. Like, and that was crazy. Like that feeling was crazy. Okay, so then that's when I told my man, I was like, call the ambulance. I need them to come ASP as soon as possible because baby, I need to get to this hospital. This baby's gonna come. These ain't practicing these contractions, baby. This baby's coming. Finna slide out my it felt like it was coming out my butt, but it wasn't. Only because like it felt like I had a shit. Like the ambulance made it to the house, y'all. To grab me, they asked me questions and stuff like that. I couldn't talk because I was in contractions. That shit, it was in the bad contractions. I couldn't even speak, y'all. And I was yelling at them because hurry up, y'all. You asking me questions. I'm contractions. Like, come on, get me in the ambulance. Get me to the hospital. Come on. So yeah, they got me on the ambulance. They got me to the hospital. Once I got out of the hospital, they rolled me in to put me, you know, check and see what's going on or whatever. And yeah, I was screaming. I would tell them to hurry up. This baby's coming. I couldn't help it. So yeah, so that's what happened. And then after that, that's when they check my cervix. They check how check and see how if I was dilated. And they told me I was 10 centimeters dilated. Y'all, I was really finna have a baby in that toilet. Literally, like this baby was finna come out in that toilet. Like, no, like I'm not even trying to joke, y'all. I was really over shit knowing that was the baby finna come out. So yeah, they see if I was dilated. I was 10 centimeters dilated, and then that's when on my stomach, y'all. Ooh. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and then that's when it was like, this is when it was like, you're gonna have to have a C-section because I guess the baby was not fully turned. So I guess I couldn't push the baby out at that time. It was taking forever to check whatever they was checking on. And I was just screaming, yelling. Then I was like, hurry up. This baby's coming out. They told me to hold it. I held this baby in as long as I can. And I was over here holding on to the little thing real and just like squeezing my butt in because the baby was gonna slip out, was gonna come. So yeah, and then that's when I was just like, I can't. The baby's finna come. The baby's coming. The baby's coming. I can't. I can't hold it. I can't hold it. It was slipping out. So he was slipping out of me, and they got me to the C-section area, and then that's when they told me to lay down and stuff like that, and then that's when they put me to sleep. I heard that they not supposed to put you to sleep, and then I also heard that people was up. I was asleep, y'all, so I don't know why, but I guess it was emergency section, so of course they have to probably put me to sleep. I don't know, but yeah, they put me to sleep or whatever, and then that's when I woke up from my C-section. This is a C-section story. Okay, so I woke up from my C-section, so I was just walking back and forth like, this is how I was, y'all. Like I was just waking up, just back and forth, so I completely woke up.
Yo, my son has a lot of hair, y'all. That's what the doctor said. Oh my gosh. I've been through it.
From the drug that they gave me. And I was in so much pain, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. I was in so much pain. So they was coming in the room, pushing on my stomach. Y'all, I hate that feeling. Like, I'm gonna have to go through that again when I give birth to the second child. And that was hurting. I wanted to, like, stop touching me. That shit hurt. So yeah, that happened. And that's when I guess they wanted me to try to get up. I couldn't get up. I was in so much pain. Yeah, so I was in so much pain and I couldn't really get up or nothing like that. So I tried to get up and I was getting up very, very slow. And I couldn't take it, y'all. I couldn't walk. Like I was in so much pain, y'all. But I got up. I tried to go. They wanted me to go to. They wanted me to go to the bathroom, try to use the bathroom, but I couldn't walk, so the doctors had to help me. My man had to help me get up and start walking and stuff like that. I was walking extra slow to the bathroom. It was painful to use it. It was very painful. Like, oh my God. So I was trying to pee or whatever. I can't. So they wanted me to use the bathroom stuff, I guess. So I walked right back to the bed. And then that's when, yeah, I had to lay back down because I was in so much pain. I didn't want to really walk, do nothing for her. I couldn't walk. I was just sitting there in pain and stuff like that. It was so painful to laugh. Like, my boyfriend was cracking jokes and stuff, and I was over here hee hee ha and knowing I was in pain. Like, I was in so much pain, y'all. I couldn't even laugh for real. And the coughing was painful as hell. And yeah, so that happened. And yeah, I just went to sleep. I was just sleeping through that day because I was in so much pain, so I couldn't really get up. And the next day came around is when the next day I started to get up and try to walk and stuff. My boyfriend was helping me around the room, trying to help me get to walking and stuff like that, so I can be able to walk, so I can leave the hospital. We was in there for at least like 3 to 4 days, y'all. Like the next, I think like the 4th day, I was able to walk, but I wasn't able to walk like fully. I was able to get up and move and stuff still. So yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, that's when I guess we was able to go home and stuff like that. I was sick, y'all. I had COVID, so I couldn't go see my baby right after like leaving the hospital. So I had to wait a whole week to see my baby. But his dad was there. His dad went to see him so many times. His dad called, FaceTime me so I could be able to see him.
What's up, Johnny?
He gets to feed the baby today, y'all.
The toes, man.
Y'all, they didn't have to tie my baby down. He's in here trying to pull cords and stuff out. All over the place.
Alright, you can go ahead and go. So you're gonna make sure you go till it hits the 1. Perfect. So then we'll give him another minute.
It comes up back.
And stuff like that. And yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, C-section wasn't that bad. I was healed in the next 2 weeks. I was healed like in 2 weeks, y'all. And during that time when I was going through all that, I couldn't laugh, I couldn't cough, it was painful, I barely can walk. And that's when I got through it or whatever and stuff like that. But yeah, that was my labor and delivery story time and my C-section story time. I will never get a C-section again. If I have to, I have to. It is what it is. This time around, I get to have a vaginal birth, so that will be coming too, and I'll be dropping that. But there will be clips coming in, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, hit that bell, follow my social medias. You know what it is. Bye, bye.
Time will bring the real end about you out. Day there'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you.